Good evening, everybody. Thanks for being here. I'd like to call this meeting to order. If you'll stand, please. Councilwoman Andrews will have our invocation and lead us in our Pledge of Allegiance.
Our kind and gracious Heavenly Father, we are very grateful to humbled for the positions that we hold and being able to serve our community. We are thankful for the many blessings that this community from thee, and are grateful for our city employees and for the work that they do for this city and the hard work and help that they give this city. We would ask thee to please bless us as we serve, that we will be able to have good discernment in our decisions, that we make decisions based on what we feel is best for us. Ask thee to bless our citizens for any struggles that they may be going through at the moment, to in peace. We'd ask you to please bless our city employees and the work they do. Ask you to please bless men and women serving overseas who put their lives, especially for our first responders who also put their lives in harm's way to keep us safe. And ask for these blessings in the name of thy Son, Jesus Christ. Amen.
Thank you, Jana. We have some special presentations first tonight. Mr. Callis, would you like to take care of that for us, sir?
Yes, sir. Good evening, Mayor Helsel, members of council, Manager Wheeler. It's a wonderful opportunity that's been granted me this evening to welcome and introduce our special guests. And I'm going to ask them to come forward with, I believe, some news of interest to the entire community. And I know that I'm looking forward to hearing more of their message, and I believe that y'all will as well. So I will, first of all, introduce Mr. Mark Green and his associate, Raphael Strumloff. I believe, Raphael, you're going to come forward and offer some remarks. So without further preamble, let me ask him to come up and share with you some very great news.
Mayor Helsel, Vice Mayor Freeman, and city councilors. I'm Raphael Strumloff, is my business partner, Mark Green. I think a little bit of what I'm going to say here we probably gave away by wearing these shirts, but we're excited to share the news that we're going to be reopening the Farm Fresh grocery store at 460 With Creek Road. Mark and I both own and operate 3 grocery stores in the state, all within a few hours of Poquoson, and that includes the Farm Fresh location in Richmond, Virginia. As we explored the possibility of opening a store, it quickly became apparent what a strong sense of community exists here, both from talking to the people in the community, some of you we've spoken with, and from just talking to people that are familiar with this community. It's really kind of crazy how far it resonates, what a strong sense of community is here, and we're really excited about that, and we're looking forward to becoming a part of that community, both in what we offer at the store, in the offerings in fresh, affordable groceries, and in local produce and seafood department, and steaming order, full service, and fresh cut butcher, meat, and also in giving back and becoming involved in the local schools, athletics, and nonprofits, which we view as an integral part of who we are and how we operate and what we do. We're working hard on some updates and improvements to the space, and we're hoping to be open by April of 2022. And that's that's kind of the initial thing. If you have any questions, I am happy to answer them. Otherwise, really look forward to working with you all over the coming months. And I thank you for your time, and I'll pass it over to Mark.
And I'll just very briefly add some recognition and thanks to Buddy Spencer and to Frank Gallagher from Mid-Atlantic Realty, who brought this opportunity to our attention and really have worked with us closely to make a structure that allows us to get this store opened up again and get it off the ground. So we're grateful to them as partners, and thank you.
Any questions of either of these gentlemen from anybody? I can speak for council. I think that some nights we go away from here and our heads a little low, but tonight is different. Tonight is exciting for us, and I'm sure for our city, everyone that's here. And we pledge to you whatever support we can give you as you move through the process. And thank you very much for coming from Richmond down here to make that announcement. We're looking forward to it. We're excited. And so thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Drive safe, you guys. Thanks a lot.
Dave's got a second piece to do.
Yep. Mr. Callis? Yes, sir. You got some other exciting things for us?
Yes, sir, I do. Mayor, members of council, I am twice fortunate tonight. I was able to introduce our guests, but also very privileged to bring to you tonight information on our upcoming holiday season. We're going to talk tonight briefly about a number of seasonal activities that combine to truly highlight the fact that Poquoson is the place for the holidays. Staff's developed a specific website, and I think this is critically important to speak at the outset, a website for the community to access information and contacts for all the aforementioned holiday activities. The site that we're utilizing, which is live, thanks to Gretchen, is called VisitPoquoson.com. You can certainly go to it now. It's live if you choose to. It's already populated with a number of events from the community, and we look forward to adding more as we receive additional information from our community groups and from our businesses. The Poquoson Art League actually kicked off our holiday season on October 21st with their much anticipated annual holiday gallery. And then this past weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, a number of Poquoson businesses worked collectively and conducted a holiday open house. The initial feedback from the businesses that Charity and I have spoken with has been very positive, and patronage has been strong. I had the opportunity to visit a few places, and everywhere that I went, it was very busy, and our businesses were happy. And as you know, it's been a very difficult time for the community and for our businesses, and we hope that these seasonal activities will help us turn the corner to a much better winter and spring than we had previous year. I'd like to go over just a few slides with you, if I may. We've already talked about the holiday open house a bit, but I wanted to let you know that through a cooperative agreement with Public Works and Bodina, we were able to begin to distribute approximately 1,200 reusable bags for shopping. We held a few back for another promotion we're doing later in the season, but those bags have been met with a very popular response. And in fact, people are running out of those bags and would like more. So that's been excellent for us, and to get those bags and get the word out. In addition to the website, we're promoting the holiday season, our activities on the electronic sign, social media, shop local site, and any other way that we can push the word out there. We want to make sure that folks know that we're open for the holidays, and you know, we're certainly in season. One of the other fun things we'll be doing, we've done this several years now, a shop and dine in Poquoson. It's a mug giveaway initiative. Very easy to do. What folks probably do in a typical week anyway. Spend a total of $75 at 3 or more local Poquoson merchants between November 26th and December 17th. Bring those receipts to Community Recreation. We're going to provide you with a commemorative mug. Now, while supplies last, and we're asking just one per household, but we're sure, as we have in the past, we're going to run out of those mugs. And we look forward to seeing everybody. You'll hear more about it in our restaurants. You'll see table tents. You'll see posters in the businesses, and that will be in the next couple of weeks. So please be on the lookout for that. Very important also, a word to our businesses. I hope they're watching tonight. If your business is hosting a special event, special sale, open house, anything, please contact Charity in our office, 868-5314, or her website, her email is listed here. We look forward to helping you get the word out about your activity. If you're having a party, we want people to make sure that they know where and when, and to come by and patronize your business. Again, just want to make sure everybody knows VisitPoquoson.com. Specially designed so that the links on the social media back to the web to engage the users, promote using the holidays in Poquoson, the calendar, which is excellent, and Gretchen was working on it again this evening. But it's all inclusive, but we're counting on our community groups, our churches, our businesses to give us the information so that we can make sure you're mentioned on that calendar. A sampling of events we have here, not inclusive, but obviously we talked about the Art League Gallery, which is open through December 11th, the Kiwanis tree lighting in Frosty Forest. That'll be right out here Thursday, December 2nd. We've got it listed at 4:30, but I believe it's 6 o'clock, isn't it? Yeah, it's actually 6 p.m. The Garden Club tree lighting at Wells Fargo, December 1st, 6:30 p.m. And then, of course, the Exchange Club Breakfast with Santa, Saturday, November 27th after Thanksgiving. One of the things we have going on right now is called the Poquoson Turkey Hunt. I don't know if y'all have had a chance to participate. We started with 8 turkeys. One of them doesn't seem to want to stay put. It moves back and forth magically. But as of this morning, we thought we had 8, but we may be back down to 7. Regardless, there's a QR code on the back of these wooden turkeys. We encourage people to go by, take a picture, scan it, send in that information to Gretchen and Community Recreation. You'll have an opportunity to win a gift certificate for a holiday turkey. So that's going to run through November 19th. We've already had, I think, about 167 entries, Gretchen? Yep, excellent. We expect a lot more, so please avail yourself of that opportunity. Obviously, the city's annual lighted Poquoson Christmas Parade on Wythe Creek Road, Friday, December 3rd. We're looking for lots of entries, a great turnout, very much a tradition in the city, and we're honored and excited to be able to bring that event back to the community this year. All we need is good weather, y'all. This was one that Gretchen developed last year, which I thought was a great idea and met with very, very overwhelming popular response. The Community House Decorating Contest. I think as a staff, we were thinking, well, if we could get 5 houses to enter, that would really be good. What did we end up with, like 25? 32.
Wow.
And of course, we made the awards at the city council meeting in December. We're hopeful to be able to do that again. I can assure you that that particular decorating contest is going to be hotly contested. The folks that participate take great pride in their decorations, so we're looking for some very special things again this year. In addition, a city map's going to be created with all of the entrants. We'll post that online as well, so folks can travel through the city and see the displays, and we think that's going to make for a nice time for the community. The annual Gingerbread House Contest. That's always been popular as well. We work with the library on that. The entries are all due by December 9th, and they'll be on display in the library for at least a few days, maybe up to a week. So we'll generally get 5 to 10 entries, and we're hoping for at least that number this year. So if you are a budding gingerbread house artist, please avail yourself of that opportunity as well. One of the things that we started last year, which has been very popular, we've worked out an agreement with Santa, and we are now an official mailing station to receive letters on his behalf. The mailing stations will be located here at City Hall and also at the Parks and Recreation office. And of course, we encourage everyone to make sure you have a return address on your letter or Santa can't find you. So very, very important. Finally, for more information, and again, full listing of events, I don't want to sound like a broken record, but folks, visit Poquoson.com, and you'll find all the information that we'll have available about our holiday programs and everything happening in the city during the season. Poquoson is the place for the holidays. Thank you.
Dave, thank you very much.
Yes, sir.
You did a really great job, you and your staff always. Look forward to trying to make all of those events, if not some of them. So thank you very much for the work that you've done and your staff in helping you. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you. Okay. Have a good evening.
All right. Next item on our agenda is an audience for visitors. If there's any, did I miss something? I'm sorry, we got a new employee. I apologize.
Yes, sir. Mr. Mayor, members of council, it is my pleasure to introduce, come on up to the podium there, John. Mr. John Anderson. John has recently joined us as our Director of Public Works. Prior to working with us, John served 7 years in River Forest, Illinois, in a similar capacity. And prior to that, a little more than 6 years as an Assistant Public Works Director in a different locality in Illinois. I'll let him introduce himself to you.
Well, I'm happy to be here. It's great to meet all of you, Mr. Mayor, Council. The staff has been very welcoming. I can tell the Public Works staff is a great group to work with, and I'm just really happy to be here. I'm happy to be joining the community soon when my wife and kids arrive next month, so looking forward to that, working with you all. So,
Welcome aboard, John. Look forward to working with you.
thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Now we'll move to audience for visitors. If there's anyone in the audience who would like to address council on any issue at all, we'd be delighted to hear from you at this time. Okay, seeing none, let's go to approval of minutes, please.
Mr. Mayor, I move that we approve the minutes of our regular session of October 12th, 2021.
Okay? Motion made and seconded that we approve the minutes. Any concerns, comments, questions regarding those? If not, Ms. Kim?
Councilman Fye?
Aye.
Councilwoman Andrews?
Aye.
Councilman Green?
Aye.
Vice Mayor Freeman?
Aye.
Councilman Southall?
Aye.
Councilman Hucks?
Aye.
Mayor Hessel?
Aye.
Mr. Mayor, the motion carried by a vote of 7 to
Okay, thank you, Kim. We'll move on to old business. The first item is a conditional use permit requested by CBC Rentals LLC. Any questions of planning? Okay, we've got a resolution to approve and a resolution to deny. Is someone prepared with a motion?
Mayor, I move that we adopt a resolution to approve a conditional permit for the conversion of office units to a maximum of 10 housing units at 538 With Creek Road, tax map parcel 18-1-59, zone B2, business commercial, with the addition of a fifth condition, which reads, no certificate of occupancy shall be issued for residential use until all commercial use of the building and the land is terminated.
Okay, we have a motion to approve the resolution. Any comments, concerns? Any questions? Waiting on one.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion made and second that we adopt the resolution. Are there questions now or concerns, comments anyone would like to make? Okay, if not, Ms. Kim?
Councilman Hucks,
No.
Councilman Southall,
No.
Vice Mayor Freeman,
Yes.
Councilman Green,
Aye.
Councilwoman Andrews,
No.
Councilman Fry,
No.
Mayor Hessel.
Aye.
The motion carried by a vote of 3 to 4.
Carried, the motion failed.
Failed, sorry.
Okay. All right. Let's move on to new business. It's an ordinance making additional appropriation for fiscal year 2022 for the general fund. Is that going to be you, Randy, or,
I'll let Tanya speak to this one, sir.
okay?
Is she in the room? Or, go ahead, I'm sorry, Robin, I didn't see you behind Mr. McClellan.
Apologize. How's everybody doing tonight? So tonight, we have an ordinance in front of you for a couple things. We have restricted carryovers from FY 2021 that we have brought to you to carry forward. A few of the items have resulted from the police department, both in their crime donations as well as recruitment and retention. So this ordinance will reappropriate these money to the police department to do so, as well as the fire department. There's two programs, Four for Life and Fire Fund. The carryover amounts will be appropriated to the fire department to do as they need to with the grant. Libraries has leftover from their donations. This money will be reappropriated to the library so they can utilize those funds as well. As well as we have leftover from streetlights to replace our lights with LEDs. So we have about $13,000 to do so on that. In addition to that, we have new items to bring forward for 22. One being that we got additional money from the state for the general registrar. So this will appropriate the money to the general registrar to do some additional expenditures. The Commissioner of Revenue received additional funding from the state as well for salaries. As well as the police department did receive $100. Therefore, they can now do additional training with that money. The fire department received a new grant this year from the Department of Health Office of Emergency Medical Services. That $9,582 will be appropriated to the fire department to spend the money on computer equipment. The library department also received the final state aid money from the Library of Virginia. The additional $9,114 that'll be appropriated to the libraries will now purchase additional furniture for them. As well as the library applied for COVID-19 relief money through the Library of Virginia. They'll receive $20,993 to do for the stated use on that. And then the big item is $34,000 that we have identified that will get additional local sales tax. And we're asking to donate, or asking that to appropriate it to the community center to additional repair work that is needed. One of the major items that has occurred, the air conditioning and heating unit has gone down in that building. So the attached ordinance appropriates both 21 carry forward as well as new additional items for 22.
Okay, any questions of Tanya? This is all good stuff. right?
Absolutely.
Good stuff. Any questions? Okay. All right, Tanya, thank you very much. Get this one out of the way, and I think you'll be back up here. We have a motion.
Mr. Mayor, I move that we adopt an ordinance making additional appropriations for fiscal year 2022 for the general fund.
Thank you, buddy. Second. Thank you, sir. Okay, we have a motion made and second. We adopt the ordinance. Concerns, comments, any questions? If not, Ms. Kim, please.
Councilman Southall,
Aye.
Vice Mayor Freeman, Councilman Hucks,
Aye.
Councilman Green,
Aye.
Councilman Fye,
Aye.
Councilwoman Andrews,
Aye.
Mayor Hessel.
Aye.
Mr. Mayor, the motion carried by a vote of 7 to 0.
Okay, thank you, Kim. Let's move on to item number 2. It's an ordinance making additional appropriations for fiscal year 2022 in general fund for bonus pay. Is that yours, Randy?
I'll speak to that one, if I
Okay.
could. Members of council, Mr. Mayor, the item before you is a request to appropriate approximately $157,000, I think it is, sorry, $151, For the purpose of allowing us to provide a retention bonus to our full-time and part-time employees this year. As council is aware, this has been a particularly difficult period, and as we continue through what I hope to be the tail end of the public health emergency, in addition to all of the obvious things or the stresses that we're feeling as employers and our ability to hire and retain people, and this is intended to express some appreciation to those people that have stuck with us and hopefully will stick with us for many years to come. Council will recall we have made two previous appropriations from the general fund, year-end fund balance from the last fiscal year. One was a couple of $100,000 to support the transition to the new assessment software system, and the other, the first, at $370,000, was for the new park that we acquired. So keeping what we think is a good ratio of sort of what you save and what you invest, we are recommending to you that we also make an investment from that same source in our employees. And we'll be glad to answer questions. The methodology is on how that would be calculated is contained in the memo. It's slightly different than some of the things we've done in recent years, but I think it represents something different as we move towards a retention recognition rather than a hazard pay recognition. Be glad to answer any questions you may have.
Let me just say, Randy, I don't think you could spend this money at a better place. We have an opportunity to support our employees, and we need to do that. And I don't think anybody would disagree with that statement. So with that said, thank you, sir, for your presentation, and is there a motion?
Mayor, I move that we adopt an ordinance making additional appropriations for fiscal year 2022 for the general fund for bonus pay.
Okay?
Second.
All right, a motion made and second that we adopt the ordinance. Any concerns, comments, any questions of Randy? Okay? Kim?
Vice Mayor Freeman.
Aye.
Councilwoman Andrews.
Aye.
Councilman Southall.
Aye.
Councilman Fye.
Aye.
Councilman Hooks.
Aye.
Councilman Green.
Aye.
Mayor Hessel.
Aye.
Mr. Mayor, the motion carried by a vote of 7-0.
Thank you, Kim. Item 3 is a resolution authorizing the city manager to purchase a Caterpillar backhoe loader from Carter Machinery Company Incorporated.
Mr. Mayor, members of council, I'll ask John to come forward, and as he does, I will remind you, a couple of meetings ago, council appropriated some available cash funding from our debt fund, and one of the things that you appropriated money for was the purchase of a major piece of equipment for Public Works. They have several in their CIP, and one of John's first tasks upon arrival was meeting with his leadership team and identifying which piece was the highest priority. So he's here today to tell you what that is, tell you what it is, and how we use it. And I would note to you that the remaining monies, because this will require a little bit less than we'd appropriated, will go into the sinking fund for Public Works equipment. John?
Okay. Yes, so we're seeking approval for the replacement of the backhoe. This is the piece of equipment that's an important part of our infrastructure maintenance. It's also used on a regular basis for loading debris at the convenience site. The current Komatsu backhoe is now 16 years old, and it's been experiencing mechanical problems for some time. It's experienced a transmission breakdown recently, which has made it not able to be used right now. So the availability of replacement parts for this equipment has also been problematic. So Public Works staff assessed the current needs of the department and selected the Caterpillar 420 backhoe loader as a replacement based on the functionality of the equipment and the improved availability of parts if we need to get parts later. The item is on the state Sourcewell purchasing contract, and it's going to be used for a variety of reasons that the current backhoe is being used for right now, to remove snow at the fire station ramps and for regular Public Works maintenance tasks, emergency storm cleanup, loading debris at the convenience site. And Carter Machinery is an authorized Caterpillar dealer and provided the Sourcewell pricing for this, and they also have it in stock on their lot. So we're looking for approval for that.
Okay, John, thank you. Any questions of John? What do you say?
Councilman Fye asked what would we do with the extra 33. We have a small capital equipment replacement fund that we established a few years ago for Parks and for Public Works equipment, so that when we buy something and we end up surplusing or auctioning off our spare stuff, that we hold on to that and have a running start on the next piece of equipment. So that would be our intention.
John, I'm sure that you've had a chance to look at the equipment over there. I'm sure you'll be back in the near future.
I was going to say, I have the next piece on my mind right now.
Yeah, I got you. Well, I've never known Public Works or Randy to come to us and ask for something that we didn't need to have. So thank you very much. We appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Okay. Need a motion, please?
I move that we adopt a resolution authorizing the city manager to purchase a Caterpillar backhoe loader from Carter Machinery Company Incorporated.
Okay.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. We adopt the resolutions. Are there questions, concerns, any comments? If not, Ms. Kim?
Councilman Green,
Aye.
Councilman Hucks,
Aye.
Councilman Fye,
Aye.
Councilman Southall,
Aye.
Councilwoman Andrews,
Aye.
Vice Mayor Freeman,
Aye.
Mayor Hessel.
Aye.
Mr. Mayor, the motion carried by a vote of 7-0.
Thank you, Ms. Kim. Last item under new business, resolution making appointments to the Board of Zoning Appeals. Mr. Green?
Yes, sir, Mr. Mayor, I move that we adopt a resolution making appointments to the Board of Zoning Appeals with the following names inserted: Mark D. Kramer, Russell S. Tracy, Melvin L. Emerson Jr., and Ryan Holloway. Their
Okay.
terms will expire November 30th, 2020.
Okay, thank you, buddy.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion made and seconded. We adopt the resolution with those names inserted. Any concerns or comments? Any questions? If not, Ms. Kim?
Councilwoman Andrews,
Aye.
Councilman Fye,
Aye.
Councilman Southall,
Aye.
Vice Mayor Freeman,
Aye.
Councilman Hucks, Councilman Green,
Aye.
Mayor Hessel.
Aye.
Mr. Mayor, the motion carried by a vote of 7-0.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Kim. Now we have a closed session. It's a closed session pursuant to Section 2.2-3711A7 and 2.2-3711A8 of the Code of Virginia, 1950, as amended, to discuss and consult with legal counsel pertaining to probable litigation and specific legal matters requiring legal advice by counsel.
So move. Second.
Okay, we have a motion made and seconded. We go to closed session. Ms. Kim?
Councilman Fye,
Aye.
Councilwoman Andrews,
Aye.
Councilman Green,
Aye.
Vice Mayor Freeman,
Aye.
Councilman Southall,
Aye.
Councilman Hucks,
Aye.
Mayor Hessel.
Aye.
Mr. Mayor, the motion carried by a vote of 7-0.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Kim.